there's no social distancing here. I want to be as close to you as I possibly can to make sure you really receive this message. Respiratory health has always been important, but of course there is a heightened sense of awareness around breathing at the moment. Us yogis have known the significance of the breath for millennia. That's why we practice pranayama, so breath awareness. In this session, I'm going to share a really important technique for respiratory health. It's really useful as part of your practice to consider the situations and the people that limit the potential of your breath. So for me personally, I don't consume the news, I don't read it, I don't watch it, because I noticed when I did, I was sitting, I was becoming very tense, very restricted, and that was having an impact on my breath, which of course made me feel ill. I notice how my body feels, how able I am to breathe easily. And when I'm in situations where I hold my breath or my breath becomes smaller and tighter, I make a promise and a commitment to myself to honor respiratory health, and I take a step away from those people or those situations that make me feel small and tense. So practice this, but as part of that, notice situations and people that impact negatively on your respiratory health. For this practice, you will be seated, so you'll be able to make yourself comfortable now. You don't have to be on the floor. Hopefully you feel comfortable to have your eyes closed, because when you do, you just separate yourself slightly from this whole world of distraction available through your eyes. When you do that, you're better able to receive the natural flow of your breath. You're in a great position here to make some observations about your breath. So noticing the rhythm, the texture, and all of that is done without judgment or analysis. This is your natural breath, perfectly suited for you in this moment. Okay, start to let your concentration relax. I'm going to show you 3 hand positions. This is part of a sequence called Sharira Mudra. So I'll show you them now when you've got your eyes open, but then I'll describe them when your eyes are closed. You're going to create a little shelf with your hands, so the shelf being this index finger and thumb. And that, in the first position, is going to rest around the lower part of your ribcage. So it's helpful to feel around, orientate yourself with the lower part of the ribcage, and you'll feel that you've got your thumb around your waist, heading towards your back. And then normally when we put our hands on our body, we feel a bit tense, so then you can just relax your shoulders. That's going to be your first hand position. We'll then take this hand position higher up your body. So the shelf is now resting along the long line of your collarbones, and your thumb kind of awkwardly is going right in your armpit. You can have your elbows wide, so that can feel really spacious and abundant, or you can let the elbows drop down. It's going to be whatever's comfortable to you. But have the hands as a shelf as opposed to flat on your chest. So that's a second hand position. Third hand position requires me to turn around. So you're going to take your arms up overhead, bend the elbows, and do what you can to rest your hands on the top of your back. So you want your palms in good contact with the top of your back. Elbows can be close or wide. And making sure that you're able to relax your hands on the top of your back. That's going to be the third hand position. Okay, so get comfortable and settled in your seated position once more. Eyes are going to close because you don't need any visual distractions right now. This practice is for you and your respiratory health. When your eyes are closed, you're in a great position to observe and witness your breath. So there's no alteration to your breath. There are no deeper breaths here. Pure acceptance as you witness it. Okay, with the eyes closed, so you can take your hands to that first position. So a shelf around the lower rib cage, thumbs around your waist. Settle there and allow the shoulders to relax. As you breathe here, being mindful not to consume any more air, but actively press your rib cage out into your hands as you breathe in. So rib cage isn't necessarily going forwards, it's going sideways, it's becoming wider as you breathe in. So your ribcage really appreciates placement of the hands, gives it something to press into. Perhaps one more breath in this first hand position. And then you can let your arms relax in your lap. So whilst the hands are relaxing, there's an echo in the rib cage. You feel really spacious and wide as you breathe in. Okay, that second hand position, the shelf goes up to your collarbones. You're going to have the thumbs just resting in the armpits and elbows can be wide or dropping down towards you. And then starting to track width across the chest as you breathe in. So again, your rib cage is responding to the contact of your hands. And increases the potential of your lungs here. Perhaps one more breath with hands in this second position before you let the hands drop down and rest. Perhaps now you can feel bottom and top of rib cage both expanding outwards and sideways as you breathe in. Let's try that last hand position. Take your arms up overhead, bend the elbows. See what you can do to rest the palms around the top of your back. You won't be here too long, so it's a slightly more awkward position. You've done what you can to get your palms flat on your upper back. And spending just a few breaths trying to track movement underneath your hands. You can let the arms relax. Those 3 hand positions track the lobes of your lungs. As humans, we respond to physical touch. That could be in short supply right now. But placing your hands on your body inspires your breath to move and take up more space in the body. So keeping your hands relaxed wherever they are, mentally revisit those 3 lobes of your lungs. Perhaps you can feel a little more movement in those 3 positions. Okay, let your concentration relax. But notice how you feel having done that practice. And perhaps you want to make a promise to practice it a little more. Like we talked about at the start, notice the people or situations that cause these 3 lobes of the lungs to contract and tense. And then it's up to you what you do with that information.